Angry Joe here, and I am with Francesco, the principal designer for Just Cause 3 from
Hi, how's it going?
Avalanche Studios. And so I saw your trailer. It was pretty crazy, blew me away. It seems like you guys are having a lot of fun with the Just Cause series. I saw it comes out December 1st, and the amount of grappling hooks that you do and you know, basically dragging cars along, it looks really fun. What made you guys decide to say, just screw it, let's crank this up to 12 and let you know, players
and
go crazy?
Just going a tad over the top.
Yeah, it is over the top, but it's good over the top.
Yeah, I mean,
because that's what I did in Just Cause 2.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it was as easy as watching player play Just Cause 2, reading their comments, see the crazy ideas they were coming with in the mods, which were just confirmed the crazy way we were thinking about a sequel for Just Cause 2. Because I won't hide that we began to think about it the very same day that Just Cause 2 with the shells, because it's a fun game to play, but it's also a fun game to make, you know?
Yeah.
And when you have fun making a game, then it shines through the game itself. Yeah, maybe what we want to underline here is that with Just Cause 3, Rico is going back to his homeland, Medici. Medici is a fictional island, this time set into the Mediterranean. And it's another thing which makes this game a fun product to work with, at least for me. And it's cool. If you think about it, there are not many games which are set in the Mediterranean. So it will be kind of a refreshing setting. And it's also a setting that goes perfectly with our mechanics, because we are a lot about moving vertically in the world. And in the Mediterranean, you have these huge cliffs, this variation in height in such a short distance. It just looked they were made to be enjoyed and played with. Grappling hook, wingsuit, the parachute, and so on.
So yeah, then you just mentioned that is an amazing part that I saw in the trailer, the new wingsuit.
Yes.
Which I've seen some really crazy YouTube videos of actual people doing. Have you seen those? That guy getting super close to the cliffs.
You mean the real ones?
The real ones, yeah. It is amazing.
Oh yeah, and
is that what inspired you guys?
Yes, absolutely. Two things: that, and together with the popularity of those mods, like the Superman mods, with allow people to You see?
So
I
didn't bring the shirt today, but I usually have a Superman shirt. So I want to thank you, sir, because this is possibly the closest that we're ever going to get to a Superman game, since he's so hard to make. But Rico flies around, almost like Superman.
Almost, but not like Superman.
Not quite.
No, and there is a reason. It would be boring. Because if I could just, it would be boring. It would be boring. Just a press of a button and I don't have to do nothing, put the controller down and watch myself flying like super. The wingsuit, you could do all those, all those cool things you were talking about before. And indeed, those videos of the real people, the real stunter doing real wingsuit tricks, they inspire us a lot, to the point that we've done all what we could to give the player the opportunity to recreate the type of stunts. Okay, so have a precise control of the wingsuit, so that you can go just through that hole in that rock formation, or just skim the ground. I wanted to have an achievement called nipple scraper, but I decided not to have it anymore.
Is it in there, or they made you take it out?
We don't have it. I don't think marketing would have loved that a lot. So why with the wingsuit it's not boring? Because we've also put attention in making a mechanic with a certain depth, right? So it's easy to pick up. You can start and have fun for the very first moment, but if you want to pull out some of the most serious tricks, like using your grappling hook and to slingshot yourself with the wingsuit while you are really close to the ground, then you need to pour a little bit more attention and build your competence, But then when you can make it, then you feel great. And not only you feel great, you can challenge your friends. We have this system of a synchronous multiplayer, where from one side we have challenges, not just races, as in Just Cause 2. We have a wide variety of different activities with leaderboards that are shared with your friends, with ghosting, where it makes sense, so you can now race against the ghost of a friend of you. And then we have a system of feats. So, for example, taking the Wingsuit, you can challenge your friends to stay as long as possible in Wingsuit without ever touching the ground. And every time you've been beaten, a UI pop-up will come up and remind you that you're not the best anymore. So work more, get better.
Well, it's good that you mentioned that there are multiplayer challenges, but did you guys consider actually allowing multiple players so that they can fly around together in this same game? Like cooperative or something. That would be amazing.
Oh, yeah, I totally agree. It would be absolutely awesome.
Insane. There would be a whole YouTube genre made for just that. What happened there?
It happened that there were a lot of juice with the new console. Okay, a lot of idea that we are in our heads for the basic mechanics. Okay, and for the way that this would have worked, and now it works. That we decided to put full throttle on those to really craft nifty, nice, polished single-player experience.
Yeah, it does seem very integrated. Like especially the wingsuit works perfectly. I saw. I don't know if it was in the trailer or some gentleman demoing it for me. Shot the grappling hook, flung himself into the air so that he seamlessly all of a sudden is flying.
Maybe with a back flick or a rolling at the same time.
It looked amazing. So it all works together. But God, that would have been so amazing with multiple players. But you're saying you're focusing more on the single player experience to get it as polished as possible.
Not just more, 100% again, full throttle.
Right.
We have Synchronous Multiplayer. Marries itself perfectly with this approach. And I would have to say, it's who knows for the future, right? Who knows what will come from us, or can come from the modders. We, as in Just Cause 2, we really intend to support the mod community.
Yeah, and the world of Just Cause has always been huge, a huge open world for you to explore, go anywhere, do anything. How much bigger is this world from Just Cause 2? And more importantly, what have you guys done to make the world detailed and feel alive and not just more of the same? Yeah.
So we're always talking here about 400 square meters, I think, or miles. Oh gosh,
square meters,
being
kilometers,
Italian,
miles.
working it. Things should be
in different countries.
Anyway, it's as big as Just Cause 2 when we talk just about the surface. However, it's twice as high. So we've put more resources and there is more room for vertical traversal and vertical gameplay. And this time, for the terrain itself, we are adopting what's called a volumetric technology. This means that our artists can sculpt the terrain as if it was clay. This means that we can build also overhangs, caves, tunnels. So whereas before you just had, say, a mountain, now there could be a whole new world hidden inside the mountain.
Like caves and stuff?
Maybe inside the cave there is a hidden military base. So you go there and explore stuff. So this is an example of how things get varied in the game. Yes, you always destroy things. You always wreck Di Ravello, the name of the dictator, military structures and propaganda. But each time this happens in a different setting and a different configuration. And again, every time you will have new tools, new way to destroy things.
Okay, and what about the story? What is the story of Just Cause 3? What's the purpose for Rico being in this particular area?
Thanks you for asking that, because this is another thing that we've put a lot of attention. Players after Just Cause 2, where somebody were, lamenting that Rico was kind of a one-dimension character, sort of monosyllabic hero, if you want, and they wanted to know more who Rico really is. So this time we employed a classical narrative device. It's classical because it's powerful, probably. So we have the hero who's going back to his homeland.
Right.
Okay. Rico is going back to Medici, and he's going back to Medici because we have the evil dictator now, okay, laying waste.
So his homeland has been taken over by a dictator, and it's your job to say, get the hell out of here. And this is my
this is my and my people place. Because this is the big difference, right? And something that we hope will, for those who are interested in it, can also create a bit of attachment to Rico and what he's doing, because there is a cause, a just cause, finally. Okay,
instead of going in and just wrecking somebody else's stuff.
But the point is, before you were fighting for an agency, so for a third party, if you want. Now you're fighting for yourself and for your people.
And your people. That's cool. So in the trailer, I've seen explosions, I've seen destructible stuff. Are we having destructible cover, and can we blow up buildings and bring them down?
Okay, so it's not that you can destroy everything. This is not something that we wanted from the very beginning.
Right, you can't level the whole island.
No, it wouldn't make sense because
Right.
you have this grappling hook, right? And you
Yeah.
want to go up in the air with the
Oh,
grappling hook.
that's
So
right.
you need an anchor point to
Yeah.
get up there. So we need to keep things
Some
up.
buildings.
Yeah, and it's also true that something that some comment was coming about GC2 was, fuck, you are helping people, topping dictators, and by doing this you destroy the things that the people
Right,
need,
right.
right? Okay. So now the things that you destroy, that you have to destroy to free towns and military bases, are the instruments of propaganda and the military infrastructures of our evil dictator. All the rest, if destroyed, like bridges or fuel stations, it just get rebuilt, giving you an opportunity to destroy it again, just to enjoy the spectacle.
Yeah.
Okay, if you want. I think that it's notable in the model of destruction itself for Just Cause 3 is that whereas in Just Cause 2 many things employed a technology called model swap when you were damaging them. So I damaged something at a certain moment.
And then all of a sudden it's a different
okay,
model.
I got the little damaged one, the heavy damaged one, but it's always the same. Here everything works as if it was real. So all objects,
Little pieces fall off. Oh,
yes,
I love
all
that
objects
stuff.
are
That's the
built
kind of
with-
destruction I like.
Yeah,
sweet.
everything built by individual parts. You will find
Tons and tons of
cars,
vehicles, right?
Yeah, we even feature a maglev train, which is kind of of a cool
Interesting.
candy.
I don't think I've seen
Yes.
that before. That's cool.
Yeah, it's
So,
pretty,
obviously, in this story, we are getting a substantial, because it's a single player with asynchronous multiplayer, we are getting a substantial amount of content. You're talking like cut scenes to drive the story along. And about how long would you say the adventure is? And then after the completion of the story, can we still do the activities within the world after we're done?
Yeah, absolutely, yes. In a game like Just Cause 3, this is a question that really hasn't an answer, right? Because
How long
it can,
is it?
No, it can be played in such a wide variety of different ways. That you can get straight to your goal and satisfy it in 1 minute, or you can take the time to create a Goldberg machine to destroy a single thing, right?
Right.
Just
That's
because it's more
exploration.
beautiful, or because
That's
you want
sandbox.
to shot.
But how about the
Exactly.
story? How long do you think it'll take you to get through
Well,
the story?
it's on the average times for this type of game. Yeah, and as you were asking before, the story itself is something that you can. Once it's done, it's not that the game is done. Okay, you always have the huge Just Cause world and a lot of things to do, and also when you have liberated all the world, you still have challenges and stuff.
Challenges, okay. Because I was about to say, though, once you, obviously by the end, you will possibly overthrow the dictator, and then there'll be nothing left for you to do. But you're saying that there is still stuff left to do, challenges and things like that. Okay, man. So December 1st is when it comes out. What systems is it going to be out for?
So Just Cause 3 is going to be out December the 1st for Xbox One, PlayStation 4, and PC.
Okay, sweet. Thank you so much for
Thank
taking
you,
the time
Joe.
to speak with
Yeah,
us.
it was fun.
And we'll see you guys on the next Angry Joe Show.
Bye, everybody.